the directive was given to Mr. Dawson, and he failed to transmit the directive downwards. And that could be seen as what led to the chaos, because had he trickled the directive down, then whatever happened would not have occurred. But Mr. Arzu also have a responsibility. You cannot deploy a riot team without consulting the Commissioner of Police. And so he failed in that respect. And he also failed in the respect that he was out there when this entire fiasco was taking place. And he did nothing to intervene to stop it. Mr. Lorenzo, on the other hand, was acting on instructions from Mr. Arzu. But again, Mr. Lorenzo, as much as the investigation showed that he did some due diligence in trying to find out from Mr. Arzu where the directive came from and if the persons had been spoken to before and asked to leave. And he was given assurance where that is concerned. And so he acted on the instructions given to him by Mr. Arzu. Now, for us, while yes, you act on instructions, you must ensure that whatever instructions you act on are lawful. I will be making a submission to the CEO, which will then go to the Services Commission next week, requesting the suspension of the officers for 60 days in the first instance. We're hoping that we'll be able to get the suspension approved before the 5 days administrative leave is up, so that from that they go straight into the suspension. And then we then begin to look at the disciplinary process, where I'll be compiling the reports and the evidence that we have, and we'll be forwarding that to the Services Commission through the CEO. And the CEO, again, will be sending the officers a show cause letter, which will have to then explain why disciplinary action should not be taken against them. And then the process, the ball begin to roll from there. But I want to give the public the assurance that as a police department, we too are upset, we're disgusted over what happened. Watching the video footages, it really brings chills to me. I do believe that we need to cut down the amount of people that GSU answer to. Because as is right now, GSU answer to the divisional commander, the answer to Eastern Division commander, the answer to commander operations, and the answer to commissioner of police. So too much people they have to answer to. And the reputation of GSU and what they can do, it is important that we minimize the amount of persons who can deploy GSU, especially to a volatile situation like what was happening at Port. And so my directive is now that once there is any civil disobedience or any situation of a sensitive nature, the only person who will deploy GSU will be the Commissioner of Police, nobody else. So if the commander of GSU were to get a directive from anybody below the commissioner to be deployed, the commander of GSU will have a responsibility to call the commissioner and ask if the commissioner have given such directive.